Hello. Welcome to the D&D stream that we do every week. Mostly every week. It's time again to play. My name is Ark. I'll be your DM, and I'm joined by this cast of friends. Friend Ian is playing the role of Jeff, the sleepless human fighter who knows what to do.
Every time, all the time.
Yep. Friend Brian is playing the role of Clyde, the elf who's proficient in slices and looking for answers.
Some of the time, many of the time.
Some of the time, many of the time. See, I'm going to change your intro to that. This is an evolving thing.
Sweet.
Trademark it. All right. Friend Tom is playing the role of Naoma, the half-elf disciple who speaks to souls. Crunch.
Bread.
Oh.
That bread has an unnecessary crunch factor.
It had some tensile strength to it.
Is it sourdough?
Are your teeth okay?
All right, so Tom's teeth are gone. Great. Friend Sean is holding down the fort as Thranton, our righteous Loxodon shield and purveyor of fine soul food. Some of it has a crunch.
Wow, that's a long intro.
Some of it.
Soul food, some of which has a crunch. I don't know, whatever. He makes a lot of different things. Check it out. Thranton.com.
Raptor Jerky. RaptorJerky.com.
Oh boy, that's probably a website. I don't want to know. Anyway, so let's recap last time. Having sent the Tabaxi priest away, Jeff and Clyde fought a massive armored creature thing. I was going to say statue, but it might have been live. I don't know. Meanwhile, Thranton and Naoma tried their hands at changing hearts and minds outside the tower, trying to get some support amongst the Tabaxi folk. And the party came together again within the tower to witness and or partake in the literal fall of this massive guardian. And Jeff.
Love it.
I mean, partake and cause, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can't prove anything.
Take it in.
It was a good push.
It was solid. Then you were all politely asked to leave with the hesitant blessing of one of the Tabaxi village leaders.
Yeah, it was a very, you gotta go.
But she did, she appears to have sent you a whole dinosaur. So, the blood can't be too bad.
Never look a gift dinosaur in the mouth.
But the dinosaur
Yeah,
broke free and was like, I need to find these people. They're my people. Screw this town.
We paid a lot of money for that dino, damn it.
She did have a note in her mouth.
Oh, that's true. She did have a note in her mouth.
Perhaps she did.
Perhaps. I need my notebook so that, speaking of notes.
Yeah, I don't remember what that dinosaur said.
Dinosaur said.
Yeah,
Did we read that note?
We did, but I don't remember what it said.
I believe it was from Warmth of the Hearth,
Yeah.
thanking you for your assistance and giving you a dinosaur.
Yeah, thanking us for not
Yeah.
being jerks.
Thanks for doing the hard thing.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks. Here's a dinosaur.
Thanks for the thanks.
Here's the dinosaur that you rightfully gained. We gave it back to you.
Hey.
We got you a dinosaur.
Hey. All right. Yeah. So anyway, we find you all at the base of another one of these ancient Chelton signal towers. This is the one that has stone ruins around. It looks like the ground was there's a patio kind of situation around here. Jeff and Thranton have been to the site before, looking for where the fire elemental stone situation came from.
Oh, this was also one of those watchtowers?
Yeah.
With the
This is where
the stone and stuff?
Yeah, the second orb came from here. Yep.
Yep.
So now we have
sorry.
three.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
No.
you found this was where the water devastation orb came from.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like that. This is also a watchtower with a big basketball-sized gem at the top of it too.
Yep.
Oh, dope.
I mean, it looks enough like the other towers that you might deduce that.
Nice.
I remember it was pretty late at night.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We
Yep,
have
so
not rested.
Yeah, you arrived at the camp pretty late at night. I'm gonna say you turned in unless there were things you wanted to do before you go to sleep.
Just standard camp stuff. Make food. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Okay.
Turn
All
it.
right, so
Yep.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll catch up with you all in the morning. Bye. No, all right, it is
We
now
did it.
morning, and in our little D&D world, the night was pretty uneventful. Probably thanks in part to Jeff's shield and the fact that you just have a dinosaur.
Yeah, I still had a 3rd level slot, so I could still cast the hut.
All right,
So.
all right. Jeff set you up nice.
Did the dinosaur, did Peanut Butter Brownie react at all when we put the hut up and we're just like, we're sleeping in here, you sleep outside?
I would say she was pretty ambivalent about it. She's just hanging out in a stable.
Okay.
I still think there's enough room in the hut.
I disagree.
Just a little bit of cuddles.
It's pretty good, but I mean, it's like as you figure, it's a 10-foot diameter dome. So, 10-foot radius. So, 20 feet all the way across. But it's a dome. So I don't know how tall it gets, but conceivably there's some barely usable space around the edge. Like, you just because if you sleep near the edge, it's not like you're sleeping against a wall. You'll just roll out of the thing.
Is it?
It's a good point.
If I roll out of the thing,
by
it's
20
gone.
foot. Is it like 20 foot by 20 foot?
No, it's like 10 in any direction. Like if you're standing in the middle, you got 10 feet of space all around you.
Oh, okay, so it's 20. Yeah, okay, so it's 20 feet.
Yep.
I think we could probably fit a dinosaur in here.
I mean, yeah, but
See?
then and us, like I don't know. Like I could certainly pop one over me and the dinosaur.
See, canonically in my head, Peanut Butter Brownie rolls up like a cat loaf, so it's gonna compress, and then we can all cuddle right up on top. I'm just saying we should
Let me roll
try
for
it.
this. Does
Look,
Peanut Butter Brownie sleep like a cat?
See, I figure Peanut Butter Brownie is like a husky, like very acclimated to this sort of space.
Sleep on a
like,
husky.
Well,
Huskies are comfortable as hell.
Well, yeah, but they don't like it when the temperature is too warm for them, or in Peanut Butter Brownie's case, too cold. She like it
That's
hot
true.
and humid.
It's probably true.
That's a good point.
You see a husky in the summer, that poor thing is uncomfortable.
Should we be clicking the long rest button?
Well, yeah. Tell me about your sleeping accommodations. What do you end up with?
My vote.
Peanut Butter Brownie's out in a stable.
Yeah. Peanut Butter Brownie's tied up outside.
Okay. All right.
I
Yes.
think tying up is really just more of a formality. I'm pretty sure she could just yoink any tree
Break.
that we
I mean, yeah.
that we tie her to, but
it's the tension that makes them think, oh no, okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah, it's like a cow with a fence. Like, yeah, they can walk through. But,
I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Hit that long rest button and enjoy the sun of morning.
Sweet.
Long rest.
Mid-morning, sun of morning.
I will be distributing chef snacks to everybody so they can Everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
All right, and I am going to cast Aid on everybody at 3rd level. We'll do 3rd level. To give the 3 of you, because I can only choose 3 creatures, 10 additional maximum hit points, and then it brings you up to that.
Love it.
Excellent. And then everybody also has a treat that you can, if we get to the point. Oh no, this is part of a short rest. Never mind.
All right.
All right.
We did it.
We are decked out and ready to go. Actually, I'm gonna burn one of my bardic inspirations and get a story from one of the souls nearby.
Oh heck!
And I am going to get a 4, which is
Not good.
Tale of the Runaway.
I
Cool.
wonder, like, do these stories have to be like, are they like sentient beings you get these stories from, or could you get like a really interesting story from like a toucan that just happened to die in the area?
That's a good question. Normally they are humanoids, but occasionally something else sneaks in there.
So I'm hearing toucan or a cockra.
I mean,
Oh,
nothing saying you couldn't. Next Arakakra, now I got ideas.
All right, so the story of the runaway.
yeah. It lets me teleport as a reaction.
Mhm.
Once per day.
I'm gonna say that this time the storyteller was really bad too, and they were just like, so like, one day, a friend of mine ran away, and I haven't seen them since. The end.
They just disappeared. They never came back. I don't know what happened.
Sick story, bro.
Yep.
Tell it again.
All right, so yeah,
Right.
now that you've got daylight, you can see the campsite a little bit better. And yeah, there's a tower with a very old cobblestone patio situation going on around it. Extends out about 20 feet, and then the vegetation starts to take over and become jungle again. Like the previous tower, like the abandoned tower you came up on a while ago. It's similar. It's similar in that to that as far as the way that the vegetation is. There's an occasional vine. There's tufts of grass coming up through. So this tower does indeed seem very, very much old, like the other ones. Go figure.
Is it beat to hell, or does it look sort of more like the one from the village where it's sort of kept up?
So this one, it looks like it's still standing pretty well. This one's not as decrepit as the first one that you rolled up on. You notice that there are no windows in this thing, though.
There are no windows at all, or do they seem to be covered?
It's they're at the bottom level. There were large archways all around. But above that, there are no windows. It's like a Washington Monument kind of situation.
Okay.
Well, and let's see. So if I poke my head in one of these archways and look up, do I get to see all the way up the tower like the last one, or?
No. When you look around this room, you see that when you look up to see if you can see the rest of the tower, you find that there's 40 to 50 foot ceiling in this chamber. At the center of it, there appears to be some kind of like circular stonework.
Okay, like opening up into whatever's above, or just like on the ceiling. It has that.
It's just on the ceiling. It's not. It doesn't open up.
Okay. What's it look like? I mean, circular, but
It looks like a large circular stone in the middle, and then there are smaller stones set around it.
okay.
Does this thing look like it would move at all?
Let's see. There should be a check for that, but I can't think of what it would be. So I'm going to look at what checks you can make.
I'd like to intimidate it.
Yes, no.
You friggin' ceiling!
See, this is like so it's weird because it's like a nature check, but it's not really nature because you need to know like stonework. Like it would be more of a trade oriented check of some kind.
Quick, who is a stonemason in a previous life?
Not me.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a fun hybrid check. It's gonna be a charisma nature check.
Charisma.
Like stones
nature.
are natural, but stonework is trade.
All right.
Yeah.
So I've got a plus. So I'm okay. I have nature. I'm just gonna roll a d20, and then we'll add some numbers to it.
That sounds good.
So we're gonna start with a 5, and then my charisma is a +2, so 7, and then my nature is a +5, so 12.
Okay. All right. You inspect it for a little while, and it's tough to tell from this distant spot whether or not the stones up there move. What you do notice as you look around the room and you look on the ground below it, there's another similar spot set into the ground. The ground is sand except for this, and you see that there is a mysterious piling of sand around the rim of this similar element in the floor, as if it's fallen from the ceiling, like an hourglass.
Okay. Does it seem to be that the top of the tower has the same, or the bottom of the tower has the same rock orientation as the top, like a similar?
Yes.
Okay, yep. So it's a mirror image.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to. How many rocks are there? There's a center one, and then like a ring.
No, well, I mean, there's like a ring of like stonework around it in the ceiling. The one on the floor is more like just a standalone round rock, I guess. But it looks to be, from what you can gather, it's the same size as the one on the ceiling.
Okay.
And that is about 5 feet around.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be able to move that. So, can I sweep away any of the sand, try and get a better look?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So as you brush some of the sand away, you see that it's just it looks like it's a stone set into the ground. It looks like it's been there for ages.
But it doesn't look like it moves or anything like that.
Well, in fact, you get the impression that it goes really deep in the ground. If you start prodding around with sand on the edges, like it's not just a tile. There's more to it there.
Iceberg situation.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at Naomi and like give a shrug. I don't know. I'm lost.
I want to kind of, if I can, like just take a look around the place. Just investigate thoroughly.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that was almost a 20. 22 total.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you walk around and canvass the area. And this is just it's a bunch of stone archways around a very sparse chamber with this stone feature in the middle of the sand floor. As you're walking around, your toe hits something.
Okay.
Something small in the sand. It's not a grain of sand, though it's too big for that. Feels like a pebble.
Okay. Yeah, check it out. What do I got? Is it a rock?
No, it's a copper coin, but it's not like a standard copper piece. It's it has a symbol that's actually familiar to you on it.
What is it?
It's the good old fire cult symbol.
Oh, great. Well, that might actually be good news. That might mean that there is actually a stone at the top of this thing. Okay.
Are there stairs in this one, or is it just a tube that goes up?
It's just the yeah, you don't see any stairs in this chamber, but
Gotta be a way up though. Let's see. So I found a coin with the logo of a fire cult on it. But
See, I feel like, and stick with me here. I feel like this is a big hourglass situation. We just need to flip the whole thing over. How do we flip the tower over?
Don't think that this is a flip the tower over situation.
maybe it's just the room.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe we have to flip the room.
How do you flip the room over?
I have gone to the tower and I'm trying to lift it.
so yeah,
Worth
so like
a
only
shot.
so yeah, you'd have to like put your arms around one of these like these columns between the archways and try to like suplex it.
Well, I'm gonna try and like grab underneath it, like where the tower meets the ground, and try and get like my fingers under it and like flip it.
All
like
right.
a table flip.
Okay, so the stones are very, very like unlike the first tower. There, the stones here are they're very smooth and they come together very nicely. Like it is very, very Washington Monument. So you put your hands down into the sand and you try to find a place to curl your fingers up under it, but you're not finding it.
Right.
How many archways are there? Sorry.
9.
9. Okay.
666.
Sorry, you can continue, Clyde.
Oh, I mean, is what I'm doing really that important?
Yes. Crucial.
Okay. I'm gonna just try and flip it anyway, even though I don't have a good grab. So my
Okay, so
hands are just
you
gonna
get
go
your
whoosh.
fingernails like in between like
Yeah.
two of the stones here, and you go to pull up, and it's very much a tower. It will not be persuaded by this.
Okay. Not even if I roll a nat 20.
A nat 20 on tower flipping. What's the check for flipping a tower?
Athletics? Casual.
Casual.
NVD.
Whatever. Give me a casual check, sure.
Boom. Here we go. It's a 25. 16 plus 9.
Okay, so what you get from this check is that the tower is not moving. There's no question. It is not an is the tower moving situation. It very much is not.
Okay. Guys, the tower is not going to move.
Do I
Sorry, go ahead.
Science.
the symbol on the coin? Do I see that anywhere in here?
It isn't anywhere else here, no.
Okay, it's not on the stonework at all. Okay.
Can you describe the room to me again?
The room?
Or the
chamber on the inside.
chamber, yeah, that we're looking at.
Yes. So the chamber, it just has 9 archways around it. They're large archways. It's very open down here. But the ceiling is very solid, except for the circular stone at the center of it that is reflected on the ground. There's another circular stone on the ground. It can be.
Has anyone stood between on the stone on the ground? Call me crazy, but
I have not yet. I was just thinking that.
Somebody
I'm
do
just
it.
gonna walk over and stand on it
This is a dumb idea.
Maybe.
and just
All right,
kind of look up and be like,
you stand on it and you feel it. It kind of depresses a little bit when you do so, as if it's a button of some kind or something. And something starts to rise from the sand in front of you. A 10-foot tall statue. It has no face. It's no distinguishable features. Heavy armor, a sword on its back, a shield. It holds the shield out in front of it, and the shield has an inscription on it that says, "Follow my lead."
So should we bury ourselves in the sand?
That's what I'm thinking.
Uh,
So it's just like standing there, like shield in front of it, just like in one piece of the room. Like where'd the statue come up out of the ground? Just
It came up in front of Naoma.
okay. It's not on the stone. Okay.
it doesn't have a face.
Mhm.
But it doesn't seem to be does it seem to be sentient? Is it going to move?
It is still.
Okay, it is still currently.
If I step off the button, what happens?
The statue remains in place.
Okay.
I'm gonna test the weight situation, and I'm gonna see if more weight on the button does more, and I'll step on top of it.
Or wait for more statues. When you stand here, the statue actually changes its pose. It puts its hands on its hips.
Is this a JoJo pose situation? Okay, I'm gonna see what it. Yeah, I'm gonna see what it does, and I'm going to follow suit. I'm gonna stop and put my hands on my hips.
Okay. All right. Statue nods.
I will nod in return.
A second statue rises up from the sand and holds a hand out. Well, it emerges from the sand with its hand out already. And
I have
The
sprinted
statue that
off the
moves.
rock to give it a
No.
high five. Daddy wants a high five.
all right. All right. As you leave the pedestal button thingy, the stone circle, this the moving statue swings its sword at you.
Wait, there was a moving statue?
What's the one that changes poses?
Yeah, this.
Oh, got it.
And that is going to be a thing. Yeah, that's right. Okay, does a 19 hit you?
No.
Okay, all right, so it misses you. It brings the
clangs
sword
off
back
my
up.
shield on the back.
Yeah.
What is
you
your
see it,
armor?
21.
Jesus.
Yeah.
in a tank. The statue puts its feet together and does like a tut tut tut.
Okay, I connect with the other one for my high five, and then I run back to the rock, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
All right. The statue now does a muscle beach pose.
I motion to Naoma with like just a little head nod because I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm like, Naoma, come here, do the muscle pose. Muted.
Can't hear you.
I'll walk over and stand next to Thranton and just be like, you mean like this?
Yeah. Look how
you
strong you are.
Are you standing on the stone?
Not if Thranton hasn't gotten off of it. Just presuming it's only big enough for one person.
True. Okay.
Oh, and if I get off, it's gonna hit me again. Okay, then yeah, I'll muscle up.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
So one of the things that you noticed when it went to strike at you is that it didn't strike because you left the platform. It struck just as you were gonna high five the other statue.
Oh, okay. He was mad at me for not paying attention. I see. So yeah, I'll throw up the muscle pose.
All right, so yeah. Naoma in your shadow keeps doing the muscle pose, and then you eventually just kind of do the muscle pose, and the statue nods its head.
This time I will not nod back because I'm limit testing.
Okay. The second statue, some sand falls off of it, and the first statue, the moving statue, gives it a high five. More sand falls off of it with this concussive stone on stone sound.
I guess I'll reach towards Naoma and try for a high five to see if we can reach each other.
Okay.
I was in the process of stepping away as you do that, and I like stop and I'm like, high five. And then I'll continue stepping back.
It's just Homer Simpsoning into the bush. All right. The statue nods again. Now the statue opens its hand and sparks appear.
Ooh, I can do that. I will open my hand and I will thaumaturgy. No, I need to have a source of flame first. I'll cast light. I'll cast light. I'll pull out like a coin and I'll cast light on the coin.
Okay. The statue nods. And then the statue draws its weapon.
I'll grab my shield and pull out my mace.
Okay. Statue nods. Now the statue turns to the second motionless statue again and attacks it with the weapon. The second statue dissolves into sand.
Clyde, come here.
Pass.
Wait. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna run over to Peanut Butter Brownie and unpack one of the skeletons that we had stored on her.
Oh, Jesus,
right.
I forgot about these.
Okay.
That's good.
And put it on the ground and spend a couple minutes casting Animate Dead. Just at third level to raise one. And then I come back a couple minutes later with a skeleton, a very soulless skeleton, very stiff animation cycle in tow, and it just stands right next to you and looks up at you.
Has the janky look of stop motion.
Yeah. And I'll give it like not a full swing. I'll just give it like the gentlest like bonk on the head that just collapses the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. The statue nods, and the platform you are on begins to rise.
How fast?
2 miles per hour.
Well, like, is it fast enough for other people to hop on?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's slow enough. Yeah.
That's slow enough. Okay.
Oh, that's going about 2 miles an hour.
Yeah. You hear the grinding sound of stone and sand.
What's a mile?
What are cows?
Don't worry about that right now. Just get on.
How have we not converted to the metric system yet?
I will get on the platform, and I'm assuming the skeleton is already on it.
Oh, skeleton's gone.
Yeah, skeleton's a pile of bones on the floor.
Oh, you destroyed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I was not clear on that. Are the bones destroyed?
No.
No, I gave it a pretty gentle bonk to just like collapse the thing.
All right. I am going to start scooping up the bones and sticking them in my bag where I can find space for them.
Give me a dex check.
Dex check. Acrobatics? What? Just straight dex?
Just straight dex.
That's a 5.
All right, so Naoma is trying real hard to pick up all the bones, but it's like they're slippery or something.
Why can't I hold all
She's
these
struggling.
bones?
Yeah, no, like there's no commercial.
She's doing her best. The platform continues to rise. Threatened is 10 feet in the air now.
All right, well, goodbye,
I jump on
everybody.
the platform.
Oh, okay. Clyde made it on. Good.
That's with you.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought I was on the platform. Like,
No, the skeleton was off to the side.
oh, I thought the skeleton was on the platform. My bad. I'm all
That's
off. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the bones and not pick them up and get on the platform instead.
Roll the bones.
How,
Okay.
how much room is on this platform at this point?
There's like you all need to just like stand really close. It's like an overfill elevator.
Okay.
Like a 5-person elevator with it's like a 1-person elevator with this many.
All right, I have
So,
a plan. All
I'll
right,
try and I'll scrabble my way on and just
I'm gonna-
just arms in, just hugs.
Yeah.
Just like
I'll put Naoma up on one shoulder, Clyde on the other, and then just be like, "Hold on to me, Jeff."
All right.
Perfect. So yeah, I mean this tower is all
This
about
all
friendship.
happened.
All right, so as you continue to rise on the platform, the circular stonework in the ceiling rolls aside, and this platform situation rises up into it. It comes to a
So
stop.
it doesn't squish us. It opens
Don't
up.
get
a thing.
squished. The ceiling opens up,
Excellent.
and it comes to a stop with a clunk. It is dark in this next floor, like super dark.
I'll the coin that I pocketed with light on it. I'll pull it. Well, I'll be like, "All right, Naoma, balance for a second." I'll reach down, pull it out, and hand it to Naoma.
What level is light?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, so you actually you go to pick up your coin with light on it, and you're confident that this is the correct coin, but you don't see it.
Oh, do we see anything? Is it
No.
like
Pitch
oh,
black.
Does this seem to be a magical darkness?
It could be darkness of a magical
With-
variety.
With dark vision, can I see anything?
No.
Is it really dark in here for anyone else?
I mean,
Yeah, I can't see.
it's always dark whenever it's not light for me.
Wow, profound.
I mean, we were going up into a dark room. I assumed it was just because there were no windows. So it's all the
This
same.
is the
to
first
me.
time. This is the first time I've ever seen darkness.
That's right. You've never experienced this before.
I've never
What is
experienced
this?
darkness before.
not like this, at least.
You believe dark to be.
Okay,
I
so
was not born in the dark, and nor did I adopt it.
did we seem to enter another room when this came up?
Yes.
Okay, so
You
there's
passed through the
floor
ceiling,
around
and now
us
it's
now.
dark. Yeah, like logically there would have to be because you can't see nothing. You did go
Okay.
through the ceiling.
I'm gonna pull Naoma and Clyde off my shoulders, and I'm gonna be like, all right, put them down like right next to Jeff, and like hold on to Jeff for a second,
I hold on to Jeff.
and then I'll like
That's
take
Naoma.
and I'll say, oh, Jeff, let go, and I'll take a step back to see if I can step off the rock onto
I
solid
have
ground.
accidentally grabbed onto Thranton, mistaking it for Jeff.
Okay, you get pulled with Threaten. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Threaten pulls you off the platform as he lands in what sounds like a whole bunch of sticks. Very dry, clattery sound.
Okay, so there's like a crunch when I step.
Are
Yeah.
these sticks or are they bones?
Naoma, you know enough about the difference between sticks and stones to know that these are bones. Probably bones. They got that bone
Sticks
sound.
and Bones.
Yeah, Thranton, these are bones? I'll like reach down and try to pick one up and like get a feel for if it's what kind of bone, if it's human or something else.
You got a humanoid rib cage on your hands, from what you can tell.
I'm like tapping on it, trying to figure out how old it is, like how long it's been here. Just like,
It's very dry. Like it's like you imagine that it would be like, if you could see it, just this blanched, dried out thing.
these have been here for a while, I think.
No meat on these bones.
So I'll let Jeff and Clyde know that there is solid ground, so you can step off. I don't know what that means yet, though.
It's only bones here. Nothing to worry about.
Okay. And it's still just utterly dark.
Yes,
Like, magically dark.
magically dark.
How many dead could I animate in this room?
How would you know?
Mosh pit. Get in the mosh pit.
Get in the
I don't have.
I'm gonna walk to the wall. Try to walk to the wall and then like follow it around the room if possible.
You walk along the wall. You find that it is cold stone. Ice cream.
Nice.
Cold stone is
Delicious.
forever.
Me neither.
Because it's gone.
Yeah.
There's
Those are
still
the
one in
days.
Portland, I think. Isn't there?
Oh yeah, I think that's a cold. No, wait, that's a
I don't
different thing.
think so. I think
Yeah.
that's the one that got closed.
Godspeed, Cold Stone. Okay, so anyway, yes, you travel along the Cold Stone. Give me an investigation check. As you are you feeling around the walls to see if you can find anything notable?
Yeah. That is a 17.
Okay. You don't feel anything at like head level, but as your hand travels like up towards above your head, you find that there are sconces in this room.
If I keep reaching up, do I feel any heat coming from it? Like they're lit?
You Ian's telling us where the nearest cold stone is. Thank you, Ian.
You're welcome.
You do, yes. Yeah, you do feel the warmth of a flame.
Interesting. Am I able to take it off the wall? Like, is it a sconce that's mounted to the wall, or is it like a torch that's in a holder on the wall?
This is it's a sconce that's mounted to the wall. You can feel that it's wrought iron.
Oh, I don't have any way to. So yeah, I'll pass that information along to everyone. I can't. I don't know if this is right or not, but there are sconces on the wall, and I don't know. Part of me feels like they're responsible for this darkness, but maybe they're not. Maybe something else is.
Did they have torches in them?
They seem to be lit.
Can you try like twisting them, moving them at all?
I'll like get up on my tippy toes and try to turn it or like move it or pull it or do anything I can to interact with it.
This one seems quite firmly attached to the wall.
Can you take the
Nope,
torch
not
out
this
of it?
one. No, they're not torches, right? They're something else.
Well, I mean, a sconce.
They're mounted to the wall.
A sconce
Well, I mean,
could
yeah,
have
it's
a
just
torch in it.
Yeah, it's like a wrought iron sconce with like, you assume there's some kind of fuel in it, but not really a torch that you can take.
Gotcha.
Not that model.
Okay.
One of those
Can't
bougie
see
sconces.
anything. All right, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the magical darkness.
Bold.
Okay. That clears the darkness. You are now surrounded by the sconces like every 5 feet on the wall. This is a pretty well lit room. There are so many bones. You're like knee deep in bones. And yeah, for whatever reason, like 2 out of 3 of these towers have featured a bone pit.
As soon as we can see and I process what's around us, I'm be like, Naoma, calm down. I know there's a lot of bones here, but we got things to do.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Why?
Don't freak out. I know you're like in a candy shop right now. You gotta chill.
No, we're good. We're good. I
How
can't
many-
make heads or tails of most of these, anyways. And
My worry is like, were these people who figured out step 1 of this tower and never figured out step 2, or what's the deal?
Oh, that's a spooky thought. How many sconces are there on the wall?
Math. I'd say there are 20 sconces. Lit as fuck.
Huh. Well. And okay. I am tempted. I'm tempted to just go around and mess with every single sconce. Just go in turn. Just give it a wiggle. Move on to the next one. Give it a wiggle. Next one. Just make the circuit.
All right, you go around and try all of the sconces in various different ways. They all appear to be fixed to the wall.
Okay. All right.
After doing this for a moment, you can all hear the sound of some of the bones being disturbed on the far side of the room.
Is it Naoma?
No.
Okay. Then I am going to pull out a sword.
Okay. All right. It's you've entered a Star Wars trash compactor situation. Welcome to it. Everything's fine, thank you.
What a wonderful smell you've discovered.
Yeah, no, it just smells like dust in here, though. It's just very old bones.
Oh, thank
I
God.
sneeze.
Or very well picked bones, at least. And elephant tongue.
I got scared. And I pooed a little.
Who put that there?
Oh no! All right, you hear a voice, a taunting voice from beneath all the bones.
What does that voice say? Oh no!
Why would you wake me without flesh? No. No, okay.
That's horrible.
Yeah. No. The voice says, "Aha! It's been a while since I've had a visitor."
Well, we're not really here to visit.
You can see the bones being disrupted as this thing moves along underneath.
How deep are these bones?
Like we were like knee deep, so like.
Oh.
I mean, you're knee deep, but like, there's nothing
It could
saying
go
that you're
further.
standing on stone beneath that. Is that just the compression point of the bones?
It's just a foot of bones and then
There's still a
how
crunch
much bone
underfoot.
dust. No, that's
It's a hell of a chinchilla bath up here.
it's even worse. Okay. We have visitors. So this is your house then?
A house, I suppose, but certainly not a home.
Well, why don't you? If you don't like it, why don't you leave?
I am not here of my own choice.
So do you know how to get out?
There is no way out of here.
There's always
Time
a
to
way out.
re-roll.
I got doubts, but maybe it is time to reroll. Who knows? So, there's only so much oxygen in here.
People come up here, and I get to eat.
Well,
What do you
let
eat?
me rephrase that. You used to be able to eat, because that ends. That probably ends today.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm gonna look at Naoma. And then I'm gonna look at Thranton. And I'm gonna point from Thranton to Naoma. Like, Thranton. And I'm gonna point at Naoma.
You know the plan.
And then I am going.
You know what to do.
I'm gonna steadily walk towards where the bones are shifting around.
As he's walking towards it, I am going to try to cast suggestion. Be like, well, why don't you show yourself and we can have a nice pleasant conversation for a change.
Okay.
And that's a wisdom 16 saving throw.
All right. Does not pass.
Oh.
All right, so it has to follow the course of action that I suggested.
Okay. So you see the creature surfaces from the bones. And you see first the eyes of a lion and its mane and its ears. It's just a grizzled old thing, even from what little you can see. And then the eyes of a dragon and its snoot also rise from the I was gonna say trash compactor. It's a bone compactor. Haha. From the bones. Bone pile.
Is it a chimera?
Seems to be.
Give me a nature check.
You're checking guy. -1.
Oh.
10.
Yeah, it's chimera.
It's a chimera.
These two heads together in such close proximity at the given size. Yeah, it's totally a chimera.
How big is this room from side to side?
The tower is 120 feet around.
120 feet around. So
It's not a radius. It's the other thing. It's diameter.
So it's like 60 feet in each. Or
That's
like as it
circumference.
goes up, does it come down?
Well, no, I mean,
Deeper?
circumference, diameter is end to end.
Oh, you said 120.
Yeah, I did around. Yeah, that wasn't what I meant. I just
Okay.
Okay,
Geometry was
okay.
such a long time ago.
Oh, I still.
I would have failed it if it wasn't for my teacher knowing that I was doing my best.
See,
Anyway,
Does the tower taper down? Like, is it smaller than that huge radius at the top?
it's the same as the radius at the top.
oh, so it's pretty cylindrical all the way up then. Okay.
It's a big old cylinder.
Okay, so we've got
We
a
got some room.
60-foot radius room. Okay.
Okay.
The two heads in unison say, "We have been up here for what feels like the better part of a century, and meals are few and far between."
You want us to
Where were-
go get you some food?
Yeah. You want takeout? We can deliver.
Just let
There's
us
a
out.
fee, of course, but
Yeah.
No, nobody leaves here.
Look, just because you haven't figured it out, and you've eaten everyone who was trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Why are you
Yeah,
such
we
a
could-
negative Nancy?
Listen, we could all have a great few minutes in here, and then we'll figure out how to get out, and you can go eat anything to the south of here that you want.
I mean, I'd like to see you try. I fancy myself a creature of sport. I'll have you know that I never attack first.
As the conversation's happening, I'm going to sort of gesture to Jeff and Clyde and Naoma to get relatively close to me. Just sort of gather the party.
Okay. Football huddle this.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
I think that if we tell it a riddle, then we get to eat it.
Is that how chimeras work? I don't know.
I think so. Isn't it something like you tell it a riddle and whoever loses gets eaten?
I'll start like patting my satchel and be like, I am a little low on meat. What does a chimera taste like?
Do you still have create food and water prepared, Thranton?
Yeah.
What if we just gave it a bunch of food and water to occupy itself while we figured out?
Yeah, 40 pounds of chicken breasts. Like.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It's gonna be flavorless chicken breast.
I will say I don't know if when the spell ends, if it will eat the chicken, if it will eat that or not. But it did say it never struck first.
I'll poke my head. I'll poke my head out of the huddle, and I'll be like, "Hey, are you too thirsty as well? Or do you not do drinks? Do you just do food?"
Well, we tend to get whatever moisture we need from our food.
Okay, so you guys don't have like a big old bowl or anything like that, right?
No.
All right, cool. Thank you. Back to the huddle.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's one option.
I mean, I don't know about you all. I don't know anything about chimeras. It could be that we have to kill that thing to get out of here, but
I mean, maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Can we even do that?
Yeah, probably.
I think we do the riddle thing. We have to just tell the riddle.
We're trying the riddle thing. We could feed him and give him the riddle thing.
You got a good riddle?
I don't know. I don't know many riddles.
Oh. I thought you would have something since you
riddles?
suggested it.
Well, no, I heard about this.
See, I've always wondered, like, what's the difference between a riddle and trivia?
I turn around
One of them's tricky.
and I say, what's the difference between a riddle and trivia?
It's one of those
like
sphinx
start to,
things. We're not a sphinx.
I turn back to the group and was like, okay, I guess this isn't going to work.
We tried.
All right, so I'll pop my head again. So, if we give you some food, to cover your hunger a little bit, can we try and look around and figure this place out? Are you gonna be cool?
We can't say no to that.
Excellent. And I'll walk right over just briskly, like almost looks like I'm walking over to attack him. Just and then I will cast create food and water, and yeah, I'll put 45 pounds of food just right in front of him, and then the water. I'll just be like, oh, open up for a second, just like
Just gonna fire
So
hose this thing.
they take a defensive stance as you strut up to them, and then you drop the food, and it drops through the bone floor. Who knows how far? But you see them both watch it fall, and their noses are going. They're sniffing. They're very excited about this, and they. The lion head watches skeptically. The dragon head just like flips back and opens its maw.
all right, dump 30 gallons of water just on top of them. You didn't have a bowl. I'm just doing what I can.
We gotta workshop this delivery.
I don't have a big 30-gallon bowl. I'm sorry.
I know, I don't either, but like
You see the chimera reels around and growls, and it like you can see it getting like winding up and getting ready to attack with its claws, but then it realizes it wasn't hurt, and you can see that the lion puts this together first, and kind of like that side of the chimera stops. The dragon side like thrashes a little bit, and there's a delay before that side comes to a stop.
Yeah, fair.
And they just kind of look at you with a distrustful, puzzled look. But the dragon head keeps sniffing down through the bone, knowing that there are treats down there.
Yeah, go get it. Go get it. We're gonna be up here doing this. You come talk to us when you're done. Do you have any hints for me? Do you know when?
If we knew how to escape this place, we would have left already.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
All
All right, cool. All right,
So you're stuck here too?
Yes.
How did you get here?
We were banished to this place.
Oh, that sucks.
Who banished
Not
you?
ideal.
You know?
It was long ago. An adventurer in some dungeon somewhere.
Mhm.
Huh. All right.
Okay.
If we
I'm
free
sorry
you
you've
from-
been here.
If we free you from here, will you join our party?
Can't say we could commit to that.
Yeah,
But you'll be able to leave with your lives if you let me free.
They got places
you'll-
to be. They got pets at home. They got to go take care of. You know, they can't
You'll
commit to a
kinda-
long adventure.
You'll owe your freedom to us.
I don't want a chimera like sleeping in the dome with us. That's already threatened our lives.
Yeah, they're gonna want to sleep in the dome. They're gonna want to have part of the spoils. They're gonna want to have like any loot you get. They're gonna it's rough. Taking care of a chimera is hard.
They're gonna
They're
want to
barely
eat peanut butter
trainable.
brownie.
They want to eat us already.
And Pauline would be like, the only reason it's agreeing to do any of this is because I cast suggestion on it. Otherwise, it would just be hostile right now.
Let's figure out this hole. All right. Well, see, I'm
The chimera burrows down into the bones to go after the food, like Scrooge McDuck.
All right, cool. See ya. Thank you.
all right. So, what's the ceiling like in here?
You are observing the same kind of thing that you saw in the previous chamber.
Okay.
How tall is this chamber?
40 feet.
Okay.
All right. So if I go and stand on the center, and just on that stone again, let's try the simple stuff first. If I just stand on the stone in the middle, under the stone in the ceiling, anything happen?
You do feel the stone beneath your feet compress a little bit as you step onto it, but other than that, you don't notice anything.
Pop up and down a little bit. See if it
It's
budges.
it's got shocks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's all right. So depending on how thick the floor ceiling, if we bounce this thing down hard enough, we may open up enough of a gap to wedge it. Not a great option, but
And so then we'd be
So-
buried in bones.
well, now we know what the sand is.
Doesn't
down
sound
there.
like the worst idea.
I got a very strong feeling that what we were rooting around in down there is not sand. Just
Bone dust.
put
Oh
that
yeah,
out
no,
there.
that was bone dust.
Oh, thanks for telling us, Naoma.
Naoma, at this point, you find a skull that's clearly like been crushed. Like it's just, like it's like half a skull kind of thing. It's like that didn't end well for.
It's fine. It's
Mhm.
a whole
So
one.
we've established that the torches don't move at all. Can I go and I want to put, so there's 20 of them. Is one at the top? Like, not top, but like, I'm just going to point at one and just be like, all right, I'm going to number one. It's like a clock around there.
Okay.
I'm going to this one and I want to put it out.
All right.
I'm
Goes
starting
out.
at the north. This is dead north.
How are you snuffing the torches?
Just with my hand.
Yep. Ah. All right. Yep. Torch goes out.
Nothing happens.
With the first one, no.
Ooh, a hint.
Thranton, do you have a way to light those again? In case our,
Yeah.
our friend here comes up and decides to get ornery?
I will strike up a torch off of one of the ones that's currently lit. Just be like,
Yeah, we do now. See, look, Jeff understood. Jeff knew the plan.
I was thinking of a similar strategy. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
So I'll just say to everybody, like, all right, put them all out. And I'll just start walking along the wall, putting them out as I go.
Yep.
I'm still just digging through bones.
What are you digging through bones for?
Just seeing what's here. Seeing the poor souls that were lost to this place.
I'll go put out some torches.
I'll stay standing in the middle, so I know where the middle
to
of the
give
room
light.
is.
So.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll have Clyde start at the opposite side, so the south side. We don't have direction here, and then we'll circle our way around to.
Okay. Now, as you're digging through the bones, you start to get to a point where you find like personal effects and stuff like that. And you find a sword that is not unlike Clyde's.
Like Clyde's new one?
I'll pull it out and just like, hey, Clyde?
Yes.
Is this one of your people's?
So I'll turn around and look, and as soon as I see it, I dash over to Naoma and examine it.
Okay. Yes, the sword is indeed a lot like the one that you have now. It looks like it is the blacksmith Overath's work. So yeah, it's very consistent with what you have and what you've seen before.
May I have it?
I'm not going to use it, and since it belongs to your people, yeah, of course.
I'm going to take it and further examine it for any clues as to who the owner is.
Okay. So in your village, is it customary to like customize your weapons in any way? Do people, or are they treated in a fairly uniform fashion?
They're usually pretty uniform, aside from some of the elite who have like specific things that they prefer.
Okay. All right.
It's just a preference thing.
Mm-hmm. So as you turn this around and look at it, you realize that the sword, it does have some of those characteristics that someone like one of the elite would use.
Interesting. Where did you find this, Naoma?
Can't hear you, Naoma.
I look down and I'm just like, I mean, right here. Once you get down far enough, there's still some personal effects that seem to be kicking around. I mean, there's a ribbon, and we got shredded notebooks, and
I start digging around in there. Is there anything else that seems familiar that might go with this sword?
You find like shreds of clothing that seem consistent with what people from your village would wear, but nothing complete beyond that.
So more were on their journey here. Naoma, can you speak with the dead?
I can, but I need to have the remains.
Can you just use all of this? There's plenty of remains here.
I need the corpse, or at least I I think I need the corpse. I've never tried it with this. I imagine this is just going to be a cacophony of voices, if anything. I can give it a try.
Can I find and specifically find a remains of an elf from my tribe or member of my tribe? Man.
Yeah, as you're pawing through the various remains here, you find that the like it looks like the skeletons and their personal effects are just very, very, very weather worn, like just by time. And it's really hard to tell what you're looking at here. All of the skeletons are humanoid, but all of the bones are mixed together, and it's really hard to tell like an elf skull from a half elf or a human.
Curses.
Tabaxi skulls are easy.
Well, thank you for finding this. If you find any more, please let me know.
I certainly will. I'm just going to keep. I'm not even really looking for swords or weapons. I'm just looking at the bones and just checking around.
What's your story?
Yeah, just like, what happened to you? Who were you?
I'm going to bring the sword up to the Chimera.
Okay. The Chimera,
Hey.
you see the lion's tail swooshing up above the I was gonna say water line, but it's the bone line, the top of the bones, surface of the bones.
So I'm going to try and make sure that it doesn't look like I'm approaching it threatening with this weapon. I'm going to have it in two hands like this, and I'm going to be like, "Excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. Chimera, do you remember the person who owned this?" And I'll hold the sword.
The dragon's head kind of looks down, its snoot at this sword, and says, "I don't remember," and then just goes right back down into the snack foods.
Have there been more people with weapons like this? Like multiple?
The lion looks over and says, "I believe there was only one."
Okay. Can you like ballpark? Well, I guess ballpark isn't a thing. Do you have an estimation of like how long ago you saw somebody wielding a weapon like this? Like within the last year or a few months?
Unfortunately, one of the problems with this prison is that we can't really perceive time.
Oh.
Everything feels like it was a long time ago.
That makes sense. I was going to.
But did you get their name?
Oh, no, we never get the names.
Oh. Maybe you should.
Nah. And the lion head dives back down into the bones. You hear the sounds of eating chicken.
Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy your meal, and I'll walk away.
With the chicken, I keep imagining that it's just a bunch of like chicken thighs, just like fully prepped, fully boneless, skinless. But yeah.
It's just like a tray of cafeteria baked chicken.
No, not even, just raw, slimy
just raw chicken.
Chicken lumps. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this guy's eating. We've got Jeff and Threnton on a quest to figure out what's up with these sconces, and we're gonna take a break here. We'll be back in a few minutes.
My God.
Or will we? Dun dun dun.
We're gonna be back to reroll characters.
We might be.
Rip.
We're gonna run out of air and die.
Get ready for
that.
that.
Chimera's been here for a century and hasn't run out of air, so
that means there's a hole somewhere.
Yeah, we just gotta find it.
All right. Yeah. Be right back.
Hello. Welcome back. All right, so yes, when we left off, our party was in a room full of bones. Again.
That's where
Where
I
we like to be.
Yeah.
It's like a ball pit, but it's bones.
It's a bone pit.
We won an extra hour in the
bone pit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's really an honor. Actually, you got the VIP package here, so make the most of it. So
That's
anyway,
what
what's happening is Thornton and Jeff are investigating some sconces. You're putting all of the fire out.
Yes.
Okay. You go from sconce to sconce, and eventually the only light that's in the room is the torch that Jeff took earlier.
Okay.
You don't notice any change. You do still hear the bones kind of scrabbling around where Naoma is throwing them around. And you hear the light disruption of the chimera, however far down, eating the snacks that have been provided to it.
Okay. Let's see. So we all the torches are out. So Jeff, why don't we start turning them back on, like lighting them back up?
Right. So yeah, I'll just walk forward to where I'm pretty sure the north one was, where we started snuffing them out, and I'll just go around the room, lighting them again.
Okay. You light all of them, and there's still no change.
Okay. All right. I want to just do another thorough investigate on this room. See if there's anything that I've missed.
I too would like to do that.
Okay.
Try lighting only pairs of 2. Because it's the chimera. There's two heads.
I got a 24 for investigation. Not lighting every permutation of torches in this room.
All right. So yeah, what are you searching about the room in particular? Are you giving the sconces another once over? Are you?
I'm not as preoccupied with the sconces. I mean, I'm just looking around for just anything different in the room, anything that stands out. Like if there's like an air vent somewhere, where air is
something
getting in
odd.
here. Like if there is a sconce that doesn't match the rest somehow, if there's like, I don't know, I can't really see through the bones, but if there's any part of the floor that I can see through the bones, like
something that a chimera wouldn't think is important.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, all right. You look around for unusual things. You do after a decent amount of time investigating the room, you do find a stone in the wall that has an inscription on it.
Ooh. What do we got?
The inscription is in primordial.
Nope, not me. I'll look at it and be like, I got Draconic and Giant. Anyone speak primordial?
No. Not even a little. I'll go over and look at it. Yeah, I'll go over and look at it just to see if it looks like Loxodon at all, and I'm sure it doesn't.
It super doesn't. Yep.
Oh, you know what? Like, hey Chimera. Sorry if this is a rude question. Can you read? And can you read primordial?
No, why? I have no use of reading.
Yeah, just checking.
That's the dragon that speaks.
Yeah, it's what I thought. Carry on.
Much.
Okay. Well, failing any other ideas, I'm gonna press it. See if we turn on this trash compactor.
You press it, it doesn't move into the wall.
Okay.
It stays firm like the other stones would.
Okay. Does it? It doesn't seem to like. It's not like a traffic sign or anything, right? It doesn't have any like nice universal meanings on it, like arrows or diagrams.
Unfortunately, no.
And so where on the wall is this?
It's a I don't know, like 5 feet up in the air, just on one of the stones.
Like right next to one of the torches?
It's beneath one of the torches, yeah.
Beneath one of the torches. Okay. I want to go wander around and see if there are any other symbols under any of the other torches. Or does this seem to be the only one?
This seems to be the only one.
And it looks to be some words, but we can't read them.
Correct.
So. Well.
And what language is it again?
Primordial.
Primordial.
I guess we die here.
They offered primordial when I was in priest training, but I decided not to take it because I figured, when would I ever need primordial?
What'd you take instead?
Celestial?
Abyssal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was a cute girl in the class.
Gothy. I was into it. Alright, like, okay. So we got, so it's just like one of the stones in the wall has this inscription on it?
Yep.
Okay. Is the stone like, I know it won't go in, but is the stone able to be pulled out?
You try to pull at it, and
Like
it's pretty. The masonry is pretty good. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. It's under a sconce.
Well, I guess we start with lighting that one.
Yeah, I don't wanna. I said I don't want to do every combination, but it sounds like we gotta.
Let's light this one and then see if any other symbols show up.
All right, yeah. So let's do that. Snuff them all, but this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The walls do not change.
All right, do the reverse.
Yep. Light them all except this one.
There is still no change.
Starting with this one, light only the prime numbers around the room.
You think for a moment that maybe one of the stones has some words on it that didn't before, but it's just some ash that fell on. It's not, it's not words.
Okay. I'm officially out of ideas.
What's on the ceiling?
It's the same kind of ceiling that the previous chamber had, where it's a stone ceiling with a circular stone at the center.
I'm really regretting not taking that primordial class now.
All right, so stone won't move.
Wait. No one stood on the stone in the middle.
I did.
While we had that.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, someone stand in the middle while we only light this torch.
Okay, I'll go stand in the center while you run around and do all the other stuff.
Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Yep.
All right. You don't notice any changes, but you see that when you light the torch above the stone that has the text in it, it starts to it wiggles a little. You think
The stone?
Yeah.
I want to try pushing it now.
Still does not move.
I want to try pulling it now.
Still does not move.
Huh. The inscription didn't change.
Nope.
Okay. Still can't read it.
So let's do the opposite
what?
with the torches again. So turn them
Yeah.
all on
Okay.
except for the one with the thing.
Yep.
While I'm still standing on the rock.
What wiggled?
The stone with the inscription on it.
Does the stone turn?
No. So,
It doesn't seem to move anytime you touch it, but
What if you don't touch it and turn it?
I don't think that's a thing.
So, yeah,
Yeah, so if we
inverted
inverse the lines.
we inverted the torches. What happens?
Nothing.
All right, so it's that
Can
one
we like
torch
pull
lit.
on all the sconces like levers and see if anything happens?
That has
We
been
checked,
attempted.
they don't
do not do
move.
anything.
They don't move.
Oh, okay.
Imagine Clyde's just like hanging off one, like pulling really hard.
Yeah.
I'll get it this time. No, I can feel it
It's got to
budging.
be this. I've seen this before in movies.
What if I try and turn them?
Nope. Nothing. Thornton tried to maneuver them a lot of different ways earlier. Or, well, no
I
one
did.
did.
I did.
Somebody did.
I did.
Someone did. Jeff
all,
did. I'm
like-
sorry.
Everyone in this room did.
Everyone had a pass at the sconces.
Maybe you just did it wrong. No, maybe you two did it wrong. All three of you did it wrong. Okay, we all did it wrong.
It's possible.
Let's see.
I hate to say it, but we might have to take the difficult way out.
Let me. Well,
Just bash through the wall.
what's the difficult way?
Bash through the wall.
I'm not. You're not killing me.
No, our friend down there.
Oh, well, he's whatever. Like that's a non-issue for me. Like your spell's gonna wear off at some point, and it'll get mad and want to eat us anyway. Let me. You know what? I have a torch. It's on fire. I'm weird, but I'm gonna try and light the stone on fire. Zelda this business. If you can't figure out what it is, wave the torch at everything.
All right. Yes, you found that this is a sound course of action. The stone glows red for a moment, as if it's metal that's been superheated. And then the inscription changes to common. And it reads, "What is contained must be released. But something must always be contained."
Clyde,
Chimera, we got bad news for you.
Clyde was right about the riddles.
You hear one of the voices of the Chimera go, "What?"
We can't let you out of here.
Why not?
If you learn to read, you'll know.
Huh. Well, that's a shame, isn't it?
They've got
Yeah.
a small sample size to learn from in here.
I mean, if you stare at it hard enough, you might figure it out.
So something always has to be trapped in here. All right. Well, I still don't get the first part. Like, how do we release so we can contain?
Daniel, but what if you raised the skeleton and then we left the skeleton in here?
I was thinking that, but what I'm concerned about is what will happen when we get too far. I guess the skeleton would just stay alive.
Yeah, just
Doesn't
not under your
disappear.
control. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, finally I have agency. My God, I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Are we
Why
less
did you
worried
create
about?
me?
way less worried about the fact that we're going to release a chimera.
Yeah, I'm much less worried about that.
For a friend.
If we do release the chimera, I am a little worried about the things nearby.
Look, if you really think we gotta just kill this chimera, we can do it.
You can probably hear us.
I don't want to, but
you're really making a good case for killing the chimera.
All right.
But then we don't have something contained here.
Like it's like we either
then I'll leave a skeleton.
Like we got a few options. First, we got to figure out what the hell we got to do. Like, we got to figure out how we get out of here because we still don't know. And then we can debate on what we leave trapped in this room. Because personally, don't mind if we leave the chimera.
Also true. Or here.
Yeah.
So this thing reacted to fire.
Yes.
What if we try another element on this rock, stone, metal thing?
Yeah.
We got some water, right?
Some water. I can try and zap it.
Sure. I'll dip my finger into a canteen and just flick some water at the stone.
Okay, you see the characters on the stone shift again. And the language of the inscription changes again to Aquan.
Oh, son of a...
What if it just says the same thing?
Yeah, I got an idea. I'm gonna just blow on the stone really hard.
Okay. It rearranges into Orin.
Okay. I don't know what to do for Earth. Do we hit it with a rock?
Yeah, is there any dirt? Anyone got some dirt on their boots? Just throw some dirt at it.
Hit it with a bone.
I throw a bone at it.
Does not change.
Okay. So it doesn't change to necro. Whatever.
Shit, I'm gonna try and shock and grasp the stone. Probably won't damage it at all, but it'll do lightning to the stone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you do this, you reach out, you touch the stone, you zap it. It goes back to common. And it's the same inscription as it was before.
Okay.
It's just the heat.
Maybe. Yeah, it might just be the heat.
Ooh. I'm gonna cast Find Traps.
Okay.
Anyone done that yet?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Find Traps.
Okay.
It reveals a trap is present. Is there a trap present?
Nothing in particular is brought to your attention by this.
I'm gonna, from across the room, be like, Jeff, just take a step to the side, and then I'll cast Sacred Flame at the stone.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just back up.
You Sacred Flame it?
Yeah.
The stone changes languages again to Ignan.
Okay.
Anyone speak these languages?
Ignan. I know it's the earthy primordial language, but I can't can't speak it.
No. You know that it's the fire language.
Oh, fire. Oh, fire language. Yeah. So what was? So what was the?
So radiant turns it to fire.
Radiant turn it to fire. Do we have to do this shit in sequence?
I don't have like abyssal, celestial, infernal style magic.
Well, I was hoping
Like
radiant would do that, but
No, this is an elemental temple for some reason. It's only gonna do the elements. So
Yeah, because
can
it's fireballs.
Can I whack it with my hammer?
You can
I'd like to whack it with my hammer.
It dodges.
roll an attack or roll damage. I mean, it's not going to dodge you. It's a wall.
Uh, 9 damage.
Okay. You see cracks in the wall where you struck it, but nothing else changes.
is there any? I know it's probably bones, but is there any like actual sand still in the middle part of the room, like from when we came up?
Do you want to go dive through the bones and see the nature of what's below the bones?
Well, I need to see if like,
yeah, like 10 feet of bones.
Well, because we've done, water, fire, air. I think we need earth. So yeah, I want to see if I can get any just sand or very small rocks.
Oh,
Very
can I
small
check
rocks.
my?
Turgis.
Can I check the bottom of my knapsack? Sand always gets into those.
Okay. Yeah, you check the bottom of your knapsack and you locate some sand. It's like you've been to the beach or something.
Yeah,
So-
ascending stone.
Yes, no right. Oh, it's a stone.
Sanding stone, hey.
But yeah, go ahead and just sprinkle that on the.
Yeah, so I'll sprinkle it on the stone.
Okay, it changes over to Terran, that one, right?
Oh, that's the okay. Terran.
Anyone
which is
speak
not
that?
common.
Great. This was helpful.
All right, so we
Well-
know how to change it.
I bet it says the same thing in every language. I have no other basis for that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
hypothesis.
I don't either. So you're probably right. Your assumption's as good as mine. But
I'm guessing the fire is common.
so okay. Well, we know how to change the language the stone is in, and we're still no closer.
Wait, do chimeras zap any particular elemental type?
I don't know. And we got all of our
Could be.
bases kind of like covered.
All right. Well, we need to release the thing.
No
Yeah.
wonder this chimera hates riddles.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
What does the wording say?
The
Something
wording
needs to be
says,
released.
what is contained must be released, but something must always be contained.
I walk up to the stone and I take in a big gulp of air,
Mhm.
hold it for a bit, then breathe out. And then as I'm about to run out of air, I hold my breath again.
You just blow on the stone a lot.
Yeah. So I'm like,
The language changes to Orin.
well, I tried to release, then contain some of it.
Yeah, I was gonna try the same thing with my water, my water skin, and like dump some of it out.
Thought you were gonna pee on it.
No. Dump some of it out into the bones, but then like stop so that it's not all gone.
Wait, you put water into the bones?
Yeah, just like empty some of my water skin out,
Releasing some stuff, but
Oh.
containing the
releasing
rest.
it, and then containing the rest.
There, you don't notice any change in the room in general here. Nobody responded to that. Nothing responded to that. There we go.
Bummer.
Well, you know that we have to release something and contain the rest. Release us.
At this point, you hear the Chimera surface again. And they say, both of the heads in unison say, yes, thank you very much for the meal, but we've been trapped here for so long, and we've really got to take all the food we can get.
So you've chosen death. Okay.
Well, don't you want to, like, you know, just maybe snack on one of us at a time and, you know,
what else do you
try and
have?
prolong us? How many times can we cast this spell?
I didn't prepare it today.
I can do that 2 more times, but we're not getting anywhere, so
We got somewhere the last
you had
time.
struck the wall and caused a crack. That crack in the wall, you hadn't, like, it didn't feel like you hit the wall particularly hard, but you feel a draft through the wall.
okay. I will hit that spot in the wall again to see if I can break a hole.
Okay. You strike it again. Give me damage.
5.
All right. You make another decent dent in the wall. You can see daylight through one of the cracks.
All right. I'm just going to go berserk on this thing and just beat the hell out of it until it breaks.
Okay. All right. You beat the hell out of the wall. Eventually, you break a hole in the wall. The Chimera, both of its heads look up, and you can see their pupil. You can see the pupils just like taking in all the light, taking in too much light, and then they're like, ah. And the two heads stare for a moment, and then the creature just bounds across the top of the bones, and
everybody out before the Chimera gets to the thing, the opening.
Oh, but we need to be.
The Chimera's wings had been folded along its back, and it stretches them out for what seems like the first time in a long time, and glides along ungracefully, but eventually hits its stride and begins to flap its wings. And as it does this, a number of pigeons that had roosted in various crags in the wall have been disrupted, and they're panicking and flying away.
There are pigeons in here?
No,
They weren't in
they're
the
outside.
chamber, they were outside.
Oh, okay.
Idea. I want to try and grab a pigeon.
Okay, all right, give me it's a pigeon grab. That's like a dex thing, right? I don't know, athletics?
Probably. Like, all right, let's see. Nat 20.
You grab the hell out of 2 pigeons. You have 2 pigeons in your hands, and they're confused and scared, and they don't want to be eaten.
All right, so I've grabbed 2 pigeons, and I'm just like, let the Chimera out. We're fine.
All right, just go. Make sure you go south, please, Chimera. Just go south. Go,
The
go in
Chimera
that
just
direction.
bounds past you full speed and jumps and flies out the window.
You're welcome.
All right.
He didn't even say thank you. What an ungrateful little Chimera.
It's 'cause they
Well,
suck.
we knew he was going
Yeah.
to be like that.
Yeah. So,
Just Chimera things.
all right. So looking at this now, holding 2 pigeons. I'm like, so if for some reason, like, so the room is the room changing at all? Like now that there's a hole in it, big enough to allow a Chimera to go in and out.
Not in particular. Like, it's a little less dank in here. The whole it's windy outside today, and the hole is very, very drafty.
So I'm thinking, if for
This is the
some
mayor
reason
tower.
it wants to trap something in here, I got 2 birds.
Seems like a decent solution.
Otherwise, I mean, bad news is I'm gonna like look outside. I think it means we gotta climb up the side of a tower if we want to get to the top. But
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can do it.
Yeah, I can't do that either. I'm gonna go stand back on the pedestal in the middle.
I'm gonna go climb out the window.
This is a particularly sheer tower. Like, it's like polished marble. Like, there isn't like, it's difficult to find a place to get a foothold.
How much taller is it?
You look up the tower, you don't see any windows or anything at the top. The top of the tower it's at least 100 feet away.
Yeah, I don't think I can climb this.
Naoma, as you step on the platform, you notice that it does start to move upward a little bit.
oh what?
Everyone on board. Everyone on board.
Okay.
Get on.
Alright, yeah,
is it
I hopped
going
on.
2 miles per hour?
Roughly.
Yes, 2 mile per hour platform. It rises up through the. What are you doing with your birds, Jeff?
I'm hanging on to him for the moment.
Okay, all right. It rises up about 3/4 of the way up to the ceiling, and you feel a cold draft from the window, from the hole in the wall, and it stops.
Okay.
Make a skeleton.
No, I'm going to release. Well, it's double or nothing. I'm gonna release both birds.
Okay.
Just like release them away, kind of toss them into the air, into the room, away from the hole.
The birds both eagerly leave your grasp and fly all around the room, just in different directions. One of them flies out of the hole in the wall, and the other one remains confused inside of the tower. The platform does not move.
Well,
Need to seal the hole.
I tried the pigeon trick.
Do we have a way to fix that hole?
I don't.
You can make a skeleton that's going to stand still. Oh no, if it needs to be contained.
Yeah. I hate to say this. If we want to sleep here tonight, I can fix this tomorrow. I don't know how else to fix it.
What if we cram some bones in the hole?
How high up is the platform?
You're making me do math again. 30 feet up in there.
Yeah, I guess we just try to cram some bones in it.
Or if you think that you can fix it if we spend a night here, we can do that too, because there's no more threat.
Yeah, I can definitely fix it tomorrow if we spend the night here, but I don't really want to spend the night here. We got a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I'm not seeing what other solutions we have.
Thrin, as you look at your work down by where you knocked the wall out, you do see that like you didn't bust the wall outward so much as like you kind of like pulverized it. A lot of it fell back in, a lot of the masonry.
Well, what if we try, it's going to sound crazy, touching that stone again with like fire or something? And maybe that'll cause it to reform.
Let's just try and close it up as much as we can, I guess.
Yeah, we can touch fire to it, and the rest of us will work on putting it back in whatever shape we can.
I'm just gonna hop off the platform, just crunch down into the bones.
Bones fly up as you land in them.
And I'll hastily just try and reassemble what wall I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I will hop down as well.
Okay. Yeah, after Jeff hops down, you actually notice that the platform starts to recede back down into its original position.
I'll cast another Sacred Flame at the stone on the wall.
Okay. The stone changes language to Ignitin again.
How did we change it to common? Was it hit it with the torch?
Yeah, that was how we got it the first
time. It was
time,
the torch. It was fire, not radiant. Yes.
Yeah. So, torch it.
It goes back to common.
Okay.
The wall doesn't do anything. Doesn't reform or anything.
Nope.
Yep. Let's just whatever rubble we can, just make as much wall as we can out of it.
Yeah, so like with a little bit of with a little patience, you're able to actually kind of rebuild something that looks like a wall. The pieces fit together very well because they used to be the wall. And the moment that you place a stone in the last kind of shaft of daylight, the platform begins to move again.
Is the other pigeon still in here?
It is.
Okay.
You hear it flapping around.
On the thing, quick. Before it realizes there's a hole in the roof.
Yeah, hop back on the platform.
Is it still 30 feet up?
Oh, it receded down.
It receded back down, but then it started going back up again when the hole was sealed.
Yeah, we're on the thing going up.
On the thing going up, much like you've observed previously, the kind of hatch in the ceiling opens up and allows the elevator to pass through. You arrive in a room that this room is well lit, and you can see that as you come up through the floor is full of giant wooden cogs. They are not moving. They're stationary. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
All right.
Cool.
Consider the
Puzzle
cogs.
Tower.
I really want to know who
Puzzle Tower.
Like who on earth built these towers and why?
Probably not someone from Earth.
Why is to hold
Aliens.
the stones up at the top? Why they had the stones? And another question.
The stones. I mean, yeah.
There are many questions.
It's like asking
Ancient
why,
lighthouses.
Yeah, it's like why'd they build the pyramids? Because they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, why is that? Well, okay. Now you're asking.
Because they were cool.
Because they really, really wanted to.
There was at least one guy that was like, triangles. I'm into them.
I really like prisms.
Four-sided polyhedrons.
Yep.
I dropped my D4.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching. Some good times in the puzzle zone. We're gonna play D&D again tomorrow night with the Humblewood crew. Crap.
That's true. Super true.
That means I got to go to bed. But yes, yeah. Join us again tomorrow night for more D&D, and join us next Monday for probably more D&D, and then next Thursday for 5 Hit List. Ian, tell us more about the things going on the channel.
That is all of them, to be fair. But yeah, the 5 Hit List will be super cool, super special, because it will be live from our living room instead of from our offices combined. And And yeah, there will actually be people in the same room on camera arguing with each other about what Marvel movies are best.
Bold
Pretty wild.
decision.
It's a real bold decision. It's a bold decision in many ways. I had to check and see if this was also like a special like anniversary episode or something, like if it was our 27th episode or whatever. It's like our 18th. It's like not a.
Oh, it's so close.
It's-
We get to buy cigarettes now.
Okay, there we go. 5 hit lists as of our next episode. The Marvel episode, will be able to buy cigarettes.
And you'll be
It's an adult.
you'll be legal.
Legal,
Yeah,
legal to vote,
you're
legal
adult.
for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do so many.
Creepy.
It's legal to
Yeah,
fantasize
that's
about our
awful.
show now.
Creepy.
I
Yeah.
immediately regret saying that.
Yeah. Well, we learned something about Tom today.
That's what the show's all about.
Yeah, we
learning
could have
things about Tom.
just stuck with cigarettes, Tom.
Yep, we could have. I was thinking to vote and be an adult, and then it just came out how it came out, and
Brr.
I really regret it.
As you should.
You should. But anyway, yeah, no, we will be playing D&D tomorrow night in DM Jekka's Humblewood campaign, and then
Woo!
and then the stream after that will be Puzzle Tower Part 2 on Monday night, and then Thursday the 20th,
Woo!
live and in person 5 hit list. So I'm looking forward to all of that. It's gonna be a good time. I gotta take down my Christmas tree sometime between now and Thursday, so we have room to do stuff. If I can't find a cool
Next
camera
Thursday.
angle of my couch, but we'll figure it out
Well, next Thursday.
next
Yes,
Thursday.
next Thursday.
See,
You have some time.
I got some time. I was under the delusion that we were going to be doing it this Thursday a little bit last night. I was like, oh shit, we got like Wednesday night to de-decorate the apartment. But fortunately, I was wrong, as I so often am. So, but anyway, that's what we got for tonight. I do hope you'll join us tomorrow and every other stream we do after that. But at the very least, tomorrow. But in any case, I do hope everybody has a nice night and a nice time. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Esports!
Sports.
We have a budget.
That's a different song. We have a
Thrashing his
budget.